Hello, good afternoon. It's Sandy here. Hope you're well. Um, I've decided that I'm going to do my last vlog on Marks and Sparks. However, it's going to be quite a substantial one as a result of doing a number of smaller ones. So, I'm going from page 63, which says at the title, Where to Buy. I'll just show you a picture, if I may, of something that may be of interest to you. I hope you can see it okay. There's the basket, and hopefully you can see the rest of the picture correctly, or at least a substantial amount of the picture. So, where to buy? No, sorry, before I go on to that, I just say stockroom at a new store and inset a counter basket and goods from a pre-1914 bazaar. That's the title of the two pictures. Silly people say there is no friendship in business. We read in an article of 1932 in the M&S magazine. The truth is, there is no business without friendship. In other words, we cannot help ourselves without helping you. Nobody can. That is a rule of life. The article was written mainly for M&S customers who were told that M&S had carefully devised an elaborate system which the intention of making every one of its customers richer. Yet the main point of the article, which was called The Buyer and the Seller Gossip Together, was to emphasize the importance of the relationship between M&S and the companies from which it bought the goods, as in British National Dolls, selling in stores. We add to your wages, it told customers, by introducing the girl who makes the stockings to the girl who wears them. This is a neat and simple statement concerning system, a system which was to become far more sophisticated after 1932. M&S was never to manufacture any of the goods it sold, but it was to inspect its suppliers, plants as well, as to test their products and to employ its own technologist to ensure high quality and to promote product innovation. What it sold in the stores today is the result of a continuous collaboration with suppliers. There is strict quality control. There is also a highly sophisticated delivery system built up between 1971 and 1981 with regional depots that coordinate all deliveries. The use of larger standard-sized lorries has reduced the number of deliveries needed to accommodate stores. From its beginning, M&S developed direct and friendly relationships with particular manufacturers. Thus, William Chapman himself, who sold handkerchiefs to M&S, was Tom Spencer's friend, and Michael Marks, in the week before he died, had been visiting chocolate manufacturers in Scotland and makers of cans of tinned meat at a penny a can in Ayr. During the early years before 1914, the advantages of bulk buying were already full appreciated, and large orders were confirmed at board meetings. In February 1908, for example, an order for 3,500 gross of buttons was placed with Buttons Limited, and another order of 1,860 gross of an unspecified product was placed with a firm called Chamberlain and Hill. A number of letters to and from suppliers survives from 1918. Even at that time, M&S suppliers were scattered throughout the country, most of them specialists in particular lines like C.H. Parsons and Brother, soap manufacturers of Manchester, Eli Hayworth, Hayworth, and Sons of Manchester, makers of extra quality long cloths and cambrics, lawns, voiles, twills, satines, etc. The Nugget Polish Company of Kennington, Oval, and Petty and Sons, wholesales, export, commercial, and colour printers and lithographers of Leeds. There were a few big suppliers too, notably Lever Brothers of Port Sunlight. All the letters point to price increases. Today's prices are 75% and 80% over March prices, said J.T. Darlington of Aston, Birmingham, a timber merchant, manufacturer of flag stickers and poles, as wholesale in flags. You secured exceptional advantages in placing your orders so far in advance. Petty and Sons noted large quantities of the books recently delivered are printed on paper bought over 3 years ago. Now I'm going to go on to move on a bit from that area onto a page I saw. Yes, that's right. Yes, management. I'll show you a picture of the reception area at Michael House, 47 Baker Street, M&S headquarters since 1958. You might quite like this picture. Okay, I'm all yours. Management. At Michael House in Baker Street, there is an imposing boardroom which portraits on the walls of Simon Marks, Edward Steiff and Marcus Steiff. There is also a copy of the M&S coat of arms designed in 1968, in which a lion representing England and an owl representing wisdom support a symbol of the Archangel Michael. A pair of golden scales portrays justice and fair trading. White roses represent Yorkshire, where Michael Marks had his first stall. A ladder from Jacob's dream is a sign of the aspiration and will to improve, and a horn of plenty stands for the plenitude of goods sold by the company. Beneath the crest is the company's motto: strive, probe, apply. So on the next page is a section which I think you might enjoy. The immediate effects of the change were striking. A drastic cut in the volume of paper, a cut in the number of store office by half, a sharp reduction in store and head office's costs, and a passing on of price reductions to customers. More important still, the fostering of a new outlook inside the business meant that Operation Simplification never came to an end. Thus, in 1984, no form used in the business was reprinted before it had been assessed for function. Simplification became part of the M&S approach to management and was extended to other areas besides paper. In 1977, it was reported that nearly £4 million had been saved during the previous 4 years in gas and electricity in a turn-off and switch-off campaign supervised by the company's chief engineer, Bernard Lupert. What watching had become a new M&S pastime, yet such continuing campaigns were seen not as economy drives, but positively as drives for more effective use of resources. Without operational simplification and its successors, profit margins would have contracted. Without it, M&S would never have established its reputation as a model organisation. It would certainly not have had quite the same allure. Keep it simple remains a managerial maxim. And there's another section which I'm just trying to find. Bear with me, please. Here we are. Philosophy. I'll show you a picture cover of Sparks, the M&S House magazine for summer 1937. Sparks, Marks and Sparks Limited. Summer 1937, the House magazine of Marks and Spencer Limited, Volume 3, Number 2. There you go. Philosophy. When Israel C.F. recalled the 1920s, some 50 years later in 1970, it was so much the development of M&S as a trading organisation, which made him rejoice, but its growth and maturing as a function of society, performances therefore had to be measured in something more than statistics. In one of the best written articles in Sparks, Cyril G. Naylor described his first store in the 1930s. After an unforgettable first week, which began in a cellar below stairs into which poured a ceaseless avalanche of richly varied merchandise, he ended on the Saturday night, cleansed and in the best suit, on a glamorous and crowded sales floor, where it was later announced that the previous highest sale had been beaten, and then and there, standing amid the debris of paper bags and scattered humbugs, pale and voiceless, I knew for the first time triumph without flaw. So I'm just going to go to the very end of the book, where I can show you just how it ends. And before I do so, here's a superb picture of a cake. There we are, Marks and Sparks cake. And if you couldn't see, it's 1884 to 1984, what it says on the cake. The philosophy of M&S has not changed since the 1930s, but there have been many fresh pairs of eyes that scan the present and the future, not only of M&S, but of a whole society. Mine have been fresh eyes too, looking into the present and the past of M&S and of society, knowing that our sense of the past is itself never fixed. We have to rewrite our histories, not every 100 years, but every generation. Well, I hope you have enjoyed me reading out parts of my book. If you so wish to buy this book, I would suggest you find either this book or something, I don't mind comparing, similar online. I just think that in bookstores, it may be in a larger bookstore. However, that's just my advice. Take it or leave it, please. Or suggestion, to be more precise. I find that when I order online, it comes nice and quickly, sometimes. And one can get all sorts of very old items. And this is quite an old book, I think. I'll love to read that out to you, the age of the book. Here we are. Marks and Spencer, 1884 to 1984, and Centenary History by Asa Briggs, with an introduction by Lord C.F. of Brimpton. There we are. I think that defines what I'm saying. It's a book about Marks and Sparks from 1884 to 1984. So it is quite an old book. So it would be probably easier to find online. Alternatively, libraries and second-hand bookshops. And if you don't find this very book, you may find something, I don't mind comparing, similar. So if you're going to have a search, I wish you good luck. And thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Sorry for my rather amateur manner of delivering the information. I find over the years, well, I don't have the same standard of reading as I did. I was very, I think the word's prominent at the time when I was 20 years of age. And my voice was much stronger. Now it's quite husky and quite deep. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I was okay. And there's always room for improvement. Before I completely finish this vlog, I just so wish to say that I heard a beautiful comment made on subject of the Russian situation presently by the most beautiful Winifred online. The lady said that we need to be focusing in the world and prioritising the people who need help as a result of what's taking place in Russia. And I took that very seriously, and I thought to myself, what if I have someone in my flat who needs a home? Perhaps a mother with a baby, perhaps a father with a baby. But thinking again, for my own personal reasons, nothing against the males, because I love each person on this earth when it comes to choosing between females and males. However, in living with someone, I would like a female. The baby also would need to be female, because if the baby grew up here in my flat, then I would prefer a female. I repeat, nothing personal against the male, just something of my personal preference to live with. I repeat, to live with. Now, what I so wish to say is that I can't do that because where I live, I'm not allowed to. I would have to go and I'd have to do all the paperwork and it would be horrific. And as it is, I suffer with mental health issues. So I ain't going down that road. And I would love to, but I can't. I'm not allowed to. So here for Anne Winifred for making such a wonderful suggestion. And if you can hear this, I love you, Anne. So take care, please, and lots of love, and take care of each other, please. I think the name of the lady is Anne Winifred Marks, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm incorrect, please. If you want to see the lady's channel, I highly recommend it, personally. A very kind lady, lovely lady. Anne Winifred Marks, I think is the name, or Parks, maybe is more accurate. I do apologise, Anne, if I'm making mistakes, if you're reading this, or seeing this, seeing this. So, thank you again. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other, and lots of love. Bye-bye.